Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me and Happy New Year. Today I'm going to use a mixture of inks that I've actually made up myself because I wanted a specific colour. So I've used a few inks just to mix that together to get the tone that I wanted, and I will, as it says there, pop them in the description for you. I'm going to work with a number of them, a limited palette, but including the gold and this lovely magenta, so it can be something a little bit fresher for the new year, and also good old faithful titanium white paint. And I'm going to just make some lines first of all with these two Posca pens, the gold and the black. As you can see, I've already done that. And I'm now going to use a stylus. This is a double-ended one, which is used for pergamano, paper craft, but it's really useful to make a groove into your paper. I'm actually using, unusually, a piece of watercolour board. This is 10 inches by 12 inches, and I'm going to use that even though I'm using acrylic inks, because it flows so well on the surface. And you can see I've just made those little grooves which will become apparent later. First thing I'm going to do is just use this flat brush just to put some nice clean tap water in a few places. I made sure that the pen lines had dried before I did this. It is quite quick drying, so it shouldn't take too long. Using the pipette, this is my beautiful hand mixed ink colour. It's a sort of a jade green, a sort of teal jade, and you can see how it flows so prettily through that water. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to use my favourite spatula just to push it around, just to pull it, and just to send it where I want it to go. Eventually it runs out, but it's okay, we can go back in and pull a little bit more down. The guidelines that I've drawn out some of them will stay, some of them will probably move. That's okay, that's the beauty of this. Just soften that little area down there, just get the water. And I'm going to spritz now with a pen spray, not quite as big as the ordinary spray. And this beautiful gold, Liquitex gold, absolutely gorgeous. Where it hits the water, it softens and spreads. Where it is on the dry paper, it retains the sort of nice crisp line. So you can play around with it, get it to do different things. We'll just make some random lines that sort of echo the ones I've put on, and just give it a quick little soften down. Those two colours together just look really pretty anyway. I had realised that it's very similar to the colour of the cutting mat that I'm working on, which I hadn't thought of before. There you go, you thought I'd have noticed before now, wouldn't you? So we'll just let that tilt and run, and then I'm just going to use the pipette again to drop some more of that teal colour. I've actually called it after a lovely lady who's commissioned a few paintings of mine, very much in this style, abstracts, and she wanted a certain shade of green, blue to match her furnishings, so I've actually called it after her. This is Tracey's Teal. So she's got a claim to fame. So pulling that ink out, so pretty. And as it gets thinner, it just gets so more translucent and gentle. And I'm just sort of scraping it very randomly. I actually quite like those jaggedy lines. And then I can push it. And remember, that area is slightly wet, so it's going to just merge in with that gold ink a little bit. Beautiful. Just makes the most interesting of shapes. Let's just soften that down a little. It's almost gone a very dark green there. It's really pretty. And now I'll just use that flat brush just to pull that out. And we'll just put a little more water, and I'm going in with this magenta. Now this is a Rowney magenta. It looks a bit red at the moment, but it is actually slightly more pink, really vibrant. Oh, it's hit the water, that's beautiful. Just love how it moves through the water. On this surface it moves really well. On a canvas surface, because of the notches in the canvas, it doesn't move as quickly. So I quite like using paper, either acrylic paper or this watercolour paper board. And I'm just using my small metal palette knife there, and I'm pushing it, and I'm also scraping into some of the inks. Now you can only do this while the ink is wet. Once it has dried, all you'll do is damage the surface. So you have to do this bit while it's wet. See how it moves, it just follows. I'm not following a plan. I'm just going where I feel I want the colours. I'll soften that down with a little spritz of water, and let it move and do its thing in that corner, I think. We'll just let it go right the way into that corner. Lovely. And I'm going in, this is the damp stage. The ink has started to dry but isn't completely dry. So I'm going back in to add a little bit more depth. It will still soften, but it won't run as much as it did when we first put it on. And I'm taking that into that lovely wet area there. Just using the pipette to draw a little bit of a bubble there, that's all right. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of the titanium white still into this wet magenta ink. Just blending it, softening it, and pulling it out. And you can see it's almost transparent now with the white. Very pretty. Okay, so we'll just tip this out around a little bit. Just get the colours moving and mixing together. Okay, now back over to this area. I think we need a little bit more of Tracey's teal here, so we pop that in. Now, because the white paint is still wet, it's going to make a more chalky effect with the paint. I don't mind that, that's fine. It adds a different layer of interest, colour. I'll just push that so you can actually see now. It is actually still the teal, but it's just softening it out with the blade, pushing it, yeah, right to the end there. Beautiful colour. What I've actually done is I've made this colour up and I've actually sealed it into a plastic sort of tube with a dropper so that I can keep it, because obviously otherwise if it dries up it's gone. Now we'll just feed that little bit of gold to some of those areas. Let's join that up a bit. There we go. Fill that gap in. I have a little bit more gold over here. Those of you who know me know I do like a little bit of metallics, a bit of pearlescence, just to lift things. Soften that teal and let it move a bit. And also that gold down at the base. Any areas that you want softening, remember, just get the spray. Now, once it starts to dry, obviously it's not going to move, so you need to catch it when it's wet. And we'll just let that dry. And as you can see, we've got that lovely gold shimmer. All the inks are now dry. We've left them to sort of do their thing, and now they're settled. So lovely. We're going to do another little bit of layer over the top now. What I want to do, using the tooth of this paper, I'm just going to very gently graze some white over it. Now I've decided I don't like that black line in the middle. That's fine. We'll just use the titanium white, keep working over it, and it's disappeared. Perfect. Now either side of that white paint, which is still wet, I'm just going to wet a couple of areas, clean tap water, and we'll just make something a little softer and a little more interesting. I want to add a darker colour here. I like the colours we've got, but I feel it needs a little bit more depth and a bit of drama. Let's get a little bit of drama going there. So this is the Indigo, the De La Rowney Indigo. It's chasing the water. Look, it's great, that. So I'm avoiding some of the water areas, so I get a stronger line. And then I'm just going into the wet areas and out of them. Just basically scribbling. We'll soften that bit down. It's a bit of a hard end there where it finishes, so I'll soften that off a little bit, and I'll just keep softening that out with water, lifting it out until I get the right sort of shade. Tickle that out there, make that an interesting mark across the top of that bit where we've used the stylus as well. So that's going to sink into the groove. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's really interesting. I've got quite a good mix of colour, but I want to add just a little bit more teal down here. It's looking a little bit lost down at this bottom edge. Just carefully using the pipette, joining up a few little areas, just with very thin lines. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just connects the different areas that you've got, and we'll add a little bit of that teal into the indigo. And pulling it around with the knife. Making some shapes, scraping in. Can be quite tough with this. Now I'm going to add a few spatters. If you've ever wanted to play the drums, this is your chance. just using a stick, a round brush, dipping it into the ink and just tapping it on a stick like this. Hopefully you can see that there are actually some white ones as well appeared now. They show up on obviously on the darker colours, but this magenta is just going to warm up some of those other areas, give us a nice little bit of warmth throughout. And that's just enough to take the bareness off. So if you fancy having a go, do give it a try and have a play, use the colours that you like best. Remember just to have a bit of fun, see what comes out, and hopefully you'll enjoy the process. Abstract art doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be big either. So have a go, enjoy yourself, and I would love to hear from you if you have any questions at all. In the meantime, I will look forward to seeing you for another project very soon, and I hope that you will keep painting. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.